Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Most Cowbell. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about something I was thinking about last week. And then I got this other idea. But anyway, so we're going to be talking about some of the things that I've been involved in over the past 5 years. We're going to have a little 5-year review. Okay. So 5 years ago was COVID. Okay, the beginning of the year started out okay. I mean, it was there was a lot of plans that I had with the different groups, and with Blue Coupe and my own the solo thing. So I had my little solo band which was David Hirschberg and Justin Robinson and Mookie Thomas and myself. And we were starting to record the Reimagine Us record. We didn't get very far before the pandemic kind of shut down the whole operation as far as what we were doing. Somewhere in the middle of 2020, I got a call from, I think it was Steve Shank first called me, and then, Blue Oyster Cult's manager, and then a little bit later, it was Richie Castellano called me and said, "This is what we want you to do." Now, at that point, I was already deep into recording the Reimagine Us record. This call from Richie and Steve Shank, he asked me to play on a song on this record, which is... And then, of course, this thing came out, and that was a surprise for some people. And, of course, it was very exciting for me. And I started working on it. Sandy had said, we should do this and we should do that. And, a lot of the things that he suggested would have required going back into the studio and completely redoing the whole track. I couldn't imagine myself doing that, so I said no. But when I decided to do this, I decided that that's what I was going to do. I was going to try and do it as faithful to Sandy's vision as possible, with the tools that I had at hand. And then, even before that record was done, I started working on this one. This is Bombs Over Germany, and that happened relatively quickly, and I had lots of other people help me on this. My brother Joe did the lead vocal and co-wrote one of the songs, and one of the new songs for it. Well, it's really an old song, but it never got finished, so Joe and I finished it off.
Well, there's only one day left until tomorrow. That's the day you go walking right out of my life for good.
And then I started working on the third Imagine Us record. But in the meantime, Joe did this record, and he asked me to do some stuff on it. I played some percussion, cowboy. Oh no, rhythm guitar. Oh yeah, I played a little guitar on Joe's record, so that was pretty cool. I think this came out first. Okay, so then after that, we decided that Blue Coupe was going to make a new record, and of course we were not going to actually go into the studio and write anything, because the last time we did that, it was like, oh my God, it was like we couldn't agree on anything. So we just said, okay, what we'll do is, we had a lot of songs left over that we had never bothered to finish for the other records, especially the first record, but also the second record. The last record, 11 Even, we had nothing left. You know, it was, I mean, yes, in rehearsal we had about 40 songs, but we whittled it down to 11, and Joe thought that was too many. But so this comes out with the 7 official music videos and also 10 new songs. And then, last year, this came out, the Dictators, first record in 23 years. And this was a record that I thought may never have happened, because it took so long to get the first few songs together. Then all of a sudden we started getting excited. I think maybe when the Dictators doing Transmaniacon, I imagine it was kind of lit a fire, because they're like, holy crap, this sounds like amazing. So, and it's actually on this record, we have a little different mix, and we added some stuff, some sweetening to the track. So, but it's basically the same track. And so that came out great, getting great reviews. And then then there was this. Okay, these are they put out 3 records of each night in the 2022 when we did the 50th anniversary shows, which I played I played the majority of the time on stage with them. And so these are live records. They're pretty good. They actually, some of the songs are great. Some of the songs are absolutely amazing. It also has video for the whole thing. This is the second night, and this is the third night. I don't know, I don't have a CD with just the music. So that's that is 3 more Blue Oyster Cult things. Then there was this one. But then there's also 3 records that I did like a little guest thing on. One was Knucklehead, this one here, and that's a great song that I had a little bit to do with the writing of, called Existential Anger. Here's a song I contributed a track to, The Dark Side of the Cult, which is a bunch of semi-famous people doing covers of Blue Oyster Cult songs. And here's The Dream of Maya, Von Burton's record, and I sing a song on there, and I had a little bit to do with the production of that. And then, besides all of that, I've also done The End of All Songs, Part 1. Okay, that came out a couple years ago. Part 2, it's now gone to the record company. It's been mastered, and the artwork has been finalized. So now it's going to the record company to gear up for the selling of it. It's coming out on Cleopatra sometime in the fall, just in time for Christmas. So anyway, that's what I've been doing for the past 5 years. A little review here, and it's 420. And I did the same thing this year on 420 that I did last year on 420, which was I went for a walk in the park. This is a different park. I went to Little Bay Park, which is on the side of the Cross Island Parkway. And beautiful little park, and all the trees are budding, and it's all wonderful. And I walk with my girlfriend Maya, and yeah, it was a great time. So anyway, hope you had a happy Easter, happy 420 Easter, and celebrated however you appropriately feel is the way to do it. And I'll see you next week. Have a great week.